I smell panic, but not nearly enough. That's my adult self-conscious.
Want to have your clip featured in the Skyrim Clip of the Week? Simply record the clip on your Xbox and then send it to me via message. My gamertag is iRyeni, that's IRYENI, and then you can message it to me over Xbox and I'll be able to view it. I look forward to seeing the clips that you guys send me. Now moving on to the video. Hey, what's up guys, it's Ryan and welcome back to another episode of Modded Monday. We're on week number 161 now, guys. I've picked out 5 new mods for you guys to check out and perhaps add them to your load order if you find them interesting. So let's just jump straight into it. Starting off at our number 5 spot, we have the RBE's Enhanced First Person Camera Bobbing mod. Now what this mod does is it increases the camera bobbing, known as head bobbing, to running, sprinting, walking, and sneaking in first person for a more immersive feel and gameplay. Now you may be thinking, how does such a small mod and such a small tweak to the game add for a more immersive experience? But in my personal opinion, as I'm walking around the streets of Whiterun or just anywhere in the game, the camera bobbing is real and very noticeable, as opposed to the vanilla game where it just feels like you're kind of gliding everywhere if you're kind of just walking at a slow pace. I know if you're running, your camera kind of bobs up and down a little bit in the vanilla game, but whenever you're walking at a very slow pace, it just seems as if you're gliding. But in this gameplay, as you can see as I'm walking around Whiterun, you can definitely see the camera bobbing up and down as if I'm walking left foot and right foot in front of the other. So yes, it is a very small mod, and it also only covers outside of combat. The combat mode notes that are in the mod page here says, unfortunately, the mod author wasn't able to figure out how to alter the camera bobbing when running with a drawn weapon. But if you followed my load order videos in the past, you know that we have a mod called Wildcat, which is a combat mod that focuses more on the combat aspects, whether it be camera bobbing or just overall how combat feels and how it plays out, so you're not going to need a mod that alters the camera bobbing for the combat mode. So the RBE's Enhanced First Person Camera mod, along with the Wildcat combat of Skyrim, focuses more on giving you the perfect camera for inside and outside of combat, and I really like that. And that's definitely why it's featured here at our number 5 spot, so I'd recommend downloading RBE's Enhanced First Person Camera Bobbing mod and giving it a try for yourself. Coming in at our number 4 spot, we have the Dark's Whiterun Market mod. Now, based on the Whiterun expansion by Pymus, this mod adds a market to the outskirts of Whiterun, and the mod creator ported, fixed, and added many of the functions to the original mod, and it's very lore friendly. It also can be used alongside the Elysium Estate, and there's a modified exterior for Whiterun only, and it's script free and lore friendly, with 17 new structures and houses. There's also an inn which is functional now, there's an exterior marketplace, an expanded exterior defensive structure, expanded farming fields, and 6 new NPCs along with 4 merchants, and added furniture and immersive details. Now like I said last week, the city of Whiterun is supposed to be the trading hub of Skyrim, and in the vanilla game it doesn't really live up to that potential. But with the Whiterun expansion and Dark's Whiterun Market mod installed, you'll have the biggest Whiterun and the most jam-packed with content Whiterun that you've ever seen before, and it'll actually live up to the potential of having the trading hub name. The only downside to this is I wish there was more useful items to buy at these new marketplaces, but I do understand where they're coming from, being more lore friendly and geared towards the actual civilians of Whiterun. But when it comes to the player aspect, there isn't really many things worth buying in these Whiterun market stalls, so that's why it comes in at our number 4 spot and not marked higher in the list. But I really love the way that it looks and everything that it brings to one of my favorite cities in Skyrim. I also really like that this mod doesn't touch the interior of Whiterun, so if you have another Whiterun expansion mod or a different type of Whiterun overhaul, you can actually use it with this mod and it'll run together properly. So with this mod allowing you to customize your Whiterun in any way you seem fit using other mods, as well as this mod in general to cover the outside, you can have the biggest and most expansive Whiterun imaginable. If you couldn't tell by now, I really love the city of Whiterun, and anytime I see any new mods surface that cover the areas of Whiterun or anything, whether it be new lore friendly items, new NPCs, or just anything around the area of Whiterun, it's always worth checking out, and that's definitely why this mod comes in at our number 4 spot, so I'd strongly recommend downloading the Dark's Whiterun Market mod. Coming in at our number 3 spot, we have Amberview, which is a brand new player home that sits comfortably in the forest to the southeast of the city of Riften. It's filled with firelight, honey, and the sweet scent of maple, and includes all of the crafting stations, a bed, some safe storage, a garden, an apiary, and much more. The house is completely free, so whenever you stumble across it, it is now completely yours. So let's take a look around this cozy new player home. So as you can see, it's a very simply laid out player home, with the middle floor and the top floor being focused on dining, as well as the bedroom. And then of course you have the crafting stations in the basement, so it is a very simple setup, but I really like simple. I love simple player homes and very small player homes as well, and this fits both of those categories. Not only is it small, but they also leave enough space in the center of each room that you can place furniture if you'd like, using other mods such as the Placeable Statics mod and Anna's unique spells. With simple player homes like this, you can develop into anything that you'd possibly want. I just wish there was a way to pay for it so you feel more rewarded whenever you acquire this player home, but other than that, I really love the way that the player home looks and the way everything is set up, and that's definitely why it comes in at our number 3 spot, so I'd strongly recommend downloading the Amberview player home mod. Coming in at our number 2 spot, we have the Technicolor Alchemy Overhaul. Now this mod adds over 3,500 hand-placed alchemy plants to Skyrim, and over 80 unique varieties. Now you heard me correctly, the mod creator placed over 3,500 rare and colorful alchemy plant variants in locations all across Skyrim. There's now over 80 different plants featuring some from Morrowind, and many of these herbs have properties that differ from the common strains, and the plants from Morrowind are extremely potent. It's also important to note that if you're using Realistic Water 2, it must be loaded after this mod in order for it to work properly. I can't even begin to imagine how long it took to place all of these plants all throughout Skyrim, but I really love the way that they look, and the fact that they have different variants, such as Deathbell being a different color now, or Nightshade having a different shade, and combining this mod with other plant overhauls, such as the More Colorful Critters mod, along with the mod that I covered a few weeks back that does exactly that and allows you to place plants as well. I feel like having some sort of alchemist guild is completely possible now. If you had a player home or some sort of guild area that you could set up and have a bunch of followers in, you could have them all have their own stations and have alchemy stations as well. Maybe somewhere down the line I can release a video that focuses more on these guilds that I talk about, because a couple weeks ago I talked about how there could be a pirates guild into the game now, how there could be an alchemist guild with this mod now. I feel like I could make a separate video that covers how to actually make your own guild and have more followers and actually put together a guild of your own, but we'll save that video for another day. Nonetheless, let me know what you think about that idea in the comments. Whenever it comes to overhauling the world of alchemy, the Technicolor Alchemy Overhaul is definitely the mod that I'd recommend checking out, and that's definitely why it comes in at our number 2 spot, so I'd strongly recommend downloading it. Coming in at our number 1 spot, we have the Northern Towns mod. Now this mod adds 2 new towns on the frozen northern coast, including a splendid new player home. These towns are found to the west of Solitude, and they consist of the new version of Clef J's Wystone and his unpublished Port Amon. The mod creators added new buildings, new NPCs, and replaced the Wystone Manor with a new and bigger one. This player home is now yours if you can find the old Thane, and once you have the key you can visit Broderick and you'll get access to the clock tower underground, which you can then travel between the 2 ports via longboat. Now you guys know I love mods that add new areas in the game to explore, especially towns, and with this mod adding 2 new remastered towns into the game, so I had to download it and check it out myself. So as you can see, these towns look absolutely incredible. The only thing about it is there's not really any big quests that focus on these areas, so if you do travel up here, it's mostly just going to be for trading or spending a night at the inn. But I really love the way that these towns look, and if there's future updates that are added to this mod, I would definitely love to see new quests brought in, and new and interesting NPCs as well would be a great addition to this mod. But other than that, if you're looking to add some new towns into your Skyrim, or you're looking to find a new city to live in, then the Northern Towns mod has got everything for you. And that's definitely why it comes in at our number 1 spot, so I'd strongly recommend downloading it. So that's pretty much it for this week's episode of the top 5 Skyrim mods of the week. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you did, I'd appreciate it if you left a like and subscribe if you're new. It really helps me out a lot. And if you have any suggestions for mods you'd like me to cover in future top 5 mod episodes, be sure to let me know in the comment section below, or you can follow me on Twitter. I'll be sure to leave my Twitter in the description, and you guys can follow me on there and leave me suggestions to there as well. Special shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys have done for me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I will talk to you guys later.